Ladies, let me tell you something. Sometimes the best move you can make is no move at all. We live in a world where everybody tells you, block him, curse him out, show him you don't care. But let me give you a better way. Don't block him. Don't beg him. Just do this, and watch what happens. See, when you react emotionally, you hand somebody power they don't deserve. But when you sit back, breathe, and let silence do the talking, you flip the script. Your silence, your calmness, your refusal to beg, those are louder than 100 angry words. That's how you show him. You may have thought I needed you, but I promise you, I don't chase, I choose. Pull your energy back. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to make a scene. Just step back and live your life. People know when your energy is gone. They know when that good morning text isn't there, when that smile isn't shining on them anymore. That absence, it stings, sometimes more than any argument you could ever have. Respect yourself enough not to chase. A woman who knows her value doesn't beg. She doesn't audition for love. She doesn't apply for a position in somebody's life. She stands tall and says, I'm either chosen or I'm not. And if I'm not, I'm still good. That kind of strength, it's magnetic. And let me tell you this, when you stop chasing and start focusing on yourself, you shift the power. You stop saying, please don't leave me, and you start saying, if you can't see my worth, then that's your loss. That's when the tables turn. That's when the same man who thought you were desperate realizes he just lost a diamond while chasing rocks. But here's the beauty. You don't even have to do anything to prove it. Just give it time. Time will expose who's really for you. Time will reveal who just wanted your attention and who truly valued your presence. Time has a way of showing you everything you need to know without you ever sending another text. And while time is doing its job, you do yours. You glow up. You get better. You start working on your dreams, your health, your peace. You make yourself so focused on your own growth that anybody looking in from the outside can't help but notice, wow, she leveled up without me. Because here's the secret. What you don't react to reveals your strength. Anybody can throw a tantrum. Anybody can block. But not everybody can stay calm, stay classy, and stay in control. That's real power. That's unshakable. And at the end of it all, when you choose peace, you gain clarity. You start to see who belonged in your life and who was just passing through. You realize that your worth was never tied to how somebody treated you. It was tied to how you treated yourself. So don't block him. Don't beg him. Just do this. Step back. Focus on you and watch what happens. Because when you stop chasing what doesn't serve you, you start attracting everything that does. Your silence speaks louder than your words. There's a certain kind of strength that shows up when you don't react. Most people believe they need to speak up, clap back, or get the last word in. But silence carries a weight that words never can. Silence doesn't mean weakness. Silence means you're secure enough not to explain yourself. It means you don't waste your breath where it won't be valued. When you stop talking, you stop feeding the drama. And people get real uncomfortable when they can't figure out what's going on in your head. That mystery, that's power. Think about it. Every argument you've had that left you drained was because you kept giving your energy away through words. What if you just didn't? Silence is a teacher. It tells people, you don't get access to me on your terms. You don't get to pull me into chaos. It forces them to sit with their own behavior. The loudest clapback you'll ever give is not clapping back at all. Because silence forces people to deal with themselves instead of dragging you into their storm. Some people expect you to chase them, beg them, or fight for them. But when they get nothing, that's when they realize your worth. Silence puts the spotlight back on them. Without your reaction, without your validation, they're forced to look at the empty space you leave behind. And don't mistake silence for doing nothing. Silence is a strategy. It's you choosing peace over drama, control over chaos, Silence is where dignity lives. You'll never regret staying silent, but you'll often regret what you said in anger. People will test you. They'll push buttons to see if they still have access to your emotions. When you stay calm, you show them those buttons don't work anymore. Your silence tells the world, I've moved on in my spirit, whether my body's still here or not. Words can lie, but silence is always honest. If you don't respond, the truth of where you stand is already clear. And sometimes, silence is the closure you never got. You don't need to say anything when you've already decided in your heart that you're done entertaining foolishness. That's why silence is louder than any speech. It speaks for you, it protects you, and it reminds you that you never have to prove your worth with words. Pull back your energy and watch who misses it. Energy is a currency, and some of y'all are overspending on people who never earned it. You pour into them, give them your attention, your time, your smile, and they treat it like it's free. But the second you pull that energy back, they notice. They notice the missing text. They notice the missing encouragement. They notice the silence, because your energy was a gift, even if they pretended it wasn't. And the only way they realize it is when you stop giving it. That's the mistake too many people make. You think your presence doesn't matter, but you are the light in the room. When that light turns off, people stumble. Pulling back your energy isn't petty, it's wisdom. It's realizing that not everybody deserves front row seats to your spirit. When you keep giving without boundaries, people take you for granted. They assume your energy will always be there. But when you step back, you remind them that nothing about you is guaranteed. You're a choice, not a constant. And here's the secret. When you pull back, the ones who really care will come closer. The ones who don't, they'll fade. Either way, you win. Pulling back isn't revenge. It's clarity. It shows you who values you for you, and who only valued what you gave. And don't think you've got to announce it. You don't need to tell somebody, I'm pulling back. Just do it quietly, powerfully. The right people will feel the shift and step up. The wrong people will reveal themselves through their absence. Energy is not endless. You can't keep pouring into empty cups and wonder why you're drained. At some point, you have to refill yourself, and when you do, you become selective about where your energy goes. You stop wasting it on people who don't clap when you win or pray when you're down. Pulling back your energy is self-respect in action. It's you saying, I know what I bring, and I won't keep giving it to those who misuse it. That's when you see the truth, who misses you, who forgets you, and who finally realizes you were the blessing they never acknowledged. Respect yourself enough not to chase. Let me tell you something powerful. Respecting yourself is the ultimate game changer. When you respect yourself, you stop chasing things and people that don't want to be caught. Respect means you know your worth. You know you are valuable, even if somebody else doesn't recognize it. Chasing lowers your value. Because the moment you chase, you're saying, you're more important than me. But respect whispers, I'm already enough. If someone truly values you, you don't have to chase them. They'll meet you halfway. They'll show up, not run away. Chasing is exhausting. It drains your spirit. It makes you feel like you're always trying to prove yourself. And love is not supposed to feel like a job interview. Respect teaches you boundaries. It teaches you that love should be mutual, not one-sided. When you chase, you're saying, please don't leave me. But when you respect yourself, you're saying, if you don't see me, then I'll walk away with my dignity intact. Respect yourself enough to let someone go if they're not choosing you. Don't beg for a seat at a table where they don't appreciate your presence. There's freedom in not chasing. You get your time back. You get your peace back. You get you back. People will test how much you respect yourself. If they can walk away and you go running after them, they know they can control you. But when you stay put, when you say, I won't chase, that's when they realize they can't play with you. Respect sets the tone for how people treat you. If you respect yourself, They learn they have to respect you too. You're not desperate. You're not disposable. You're not optional. Respect keeps reminding you of that every time you're tempted to chase. And don't ever forget this. What chases you is meant for you. What you chase often runs away. So stand tall. Respect yourself enough not to run after anybody. The one who sees your worth won't make you chase. They'll make you feel chosen. Shift the power by focusing on you. The moment you stop focusing on them and start focusing on you, the whole game changes. See, people lose power over you when your attention no longer fuels them. When you stop checking their phone, their page, their moves, they lose their grip on you. Power is energy. If you give it away, you stay weak. If you keep it, you grow strong. Focusing on you doesn't mean you ignore love. It means you prioritize your growth, your health, your joy, and when you do that, you shift the balance. Suddenly, they're the one wondering what you're doing, where you're going, and who's appreciating you. Focusing on you means you build your dreams, you get your money right, you take care of your body, you elevate your spirit. When you glow up, the people who once underestimated you can't help but notice, because nothing is louder than progress. Power shifts when you show them you don't need them for validation. You are your own validation. Focusing on you is never wasted. Every bit of energy you pour into yourself multiplies and returns in ways chasing someone never could. When you focus on you, you stop waiting on calls that don't come. You stop waiting on love that doesn't show up. You start creating the life you deserve. And here's the thing, focusing on you doesn't push the right person away. It attracts them because self-love is magnetic. People can feel it when you're in your power. They know you can't be manipulated. They know you can't be broken. That's why shifting the focus changes the whole story. You're no longer the one begging to be seen. You're the one shining whether they see you or not. And when you focus on you, you start to realize that the real blessing was never their attention. It was your own growth. That's the ultimate power shift, when you put yourself at the center of your own life and watch everything else adjust around you. Let time expose his true intentions. Time is the best truth. Tell her, you don't need to force somebody to show who they are. Just give it time. A person can pretend for a little while, but time always reveals the heart. Time shows you consistency. Anybody can treat you right for a week. But how do they treat you over months, years, or when things get hard? If someone only values you when it's convenient, time will expose that. Don't rush to figure people out. Don't force the answer. Just sit back and let life unfold. It'll show you everything you need to know. Real intentions don't need to be guessed. They reveal themselves naturally. Time is your ally. When you don't beg, when you don't block, when you don't chase, you let time do the heavy lifting. The beauty of time is that it separates what's real from what's temporary. If his love is real, time will deepen it. If his love is fake, time will weaken it. Patience is power. While you stay patient, truth keeps working in the background. Some people come into your life to waste your time. The only way to know the difference is to give it enough time to see their pattern. Don't panic if someone's true colors start to show. That's a blessing. It means you didn't waste your whole life on a mask. You don't have to play detective in love. You don't have to investigate, snoop, or beg for answers. Just wait. Time tells all. When you trust time, you realize that silence and patience often protect you better than confrontation ever could. Let time do what it does best. Reveal the truth. Because when the truth shows up, you'll know exactly who deserves your energy and who doesn't. Glow up in his absence. Don't break down when somebody leaves. Your first reaction might be to crumble. But that's not where your power is. Your power is in rising. Don't break down when he's gone. Glow up. Show yourself that your strength isn't tied to his presence. The glow up isn't revenge. It's redemption. It's you proving to yourself that you're bigger than heartbreak. A glow up says, you thought I'd fall apart, but I found myself instead. The gym, your business, your goals, your smile, all of it becomes part of your glow up. You rebuild better, stronger, sharper. Breaking down wastes the lesson. Glowing up shows you learned it. People expect you to lose yourself when they walk away, but nothing shocks them more than watching you rise higher without them. The glow up is not about proving anything to him. It's about proving everything to you. When you pour energy into yourself, your light gets brighter, your confidence gets stronger, your life gets sweeter. The best transformation always comes after the hardest pain. Diamonds are made under pressure, and when you glow up, you stop living in the shadow of what you lost and step fully into the brightness of what you're becoming. Don't waste your tears on what walked away. Use that same energy to water the garden of your future. Because here's the truth, the glow up is healing dressed in confidence. One day, you'll look back and realize that his absence was the very thing that pushed you into your best season. That's the glow up, turning loss into fuel, pain into power, and absence into abundance. What you don't react to reveals your strength. Not everything deserves a reaction. In fact, your greatest strength is often revealed in what you let slide. Anybody can throw a tantrum. Anybody can go off. But strength is holding your peace when chaos knocks at your door. The world thinks loudness equals power, but real power is calm. When you stop reacting, you take away the control people thought they had over you. Your reaction is the currency they're after. When you don't give it, they can't spend it. Some people poke at you just to see if you'll break, but when you stay still, you show them they don't have that kind of access anymore. Not reacting doesn't mean you don't notice. It means you refuse to be moved by nonsense. Strength is knowing when silence is louder than shouting. And here's the secret. Your calm exposes their chaos. The less you react, the more their true colors shine. Sometimes the battle isn't won by fighting back, it's won by refusing to step into the ring. You don't have to prove you're strong. Your ability to let things roll off your back proves it for you. When you don't react, you keep your power, your dignity, and your peace. People will get confused when they realize they can't get a rise out of you anymore. That confusion is your victory. Strength is restraint. Strength is composure. Strength is keeping your crown straight while everything else falls apart. What you don't react to says more about your power than anything you could ever say or do. When you choose peace, you gain clarity. Peace is not passive, it's powerful. Choosing peace means you refuse to live in constant drama. When you choose peace, your vision clears. Suddenly you see things as they are, not as your emotions painted them. Peace quiets the noise around you so you can hear the truth within you. Without peace, you can't think straight. Without peace, you're blinded by confusion. Choosing peace isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It says, I value my sanity more than I value proving a point. Peace brings clarity about who belongs in your life and who only brought chaos. When you're calm, you can finally see who is real and who is just pretending. Clarity is what keeps you from repeating the same mistakes, and peace is the doorway to that clarity. Choosing peace means you don't get dragged into every argument, every battle, every distraction. You don't need to attend every fight you're invited to. Some invitations are best ignored. Peace teaches you patience. It reminds you that not every situation deserves your energy, and when you choose peace, you free yourself. You stop being controlled by other people's moods, actions, or drama. That's when clarity kicks in. You start seeing your worth, your path, and your future more clearly. Chaos clouds your vision. Peace sharpens it. That's why peace is the ultimate power move. When you choose peace, you don't just survive heartbreak. You rise above it with clarity that guides you into your next blessing. Ladies, I need you to hear me on this. You don't have to block him. You don't have to beg him. You don't have to break yourself trying to keep someone who doesn't recognize what they've been given. The real power move is not in your reaction. It's in your restraint. It's in your ability to step back, focus on you, and let life reveal the truth. Your silence will speak louder than anything you could ever say. Pulling back your energy will show you exactly who values it and who doesn't. Respecting yourself enough not to chase, that's the greatest sign of strength you'll ever display. Shift the power back into your hands by focusing on your growth. Let time do its job, because time has a way of exposing every hidden intention. Don't break down when they leave. Glow up. Show yourself that their absence was simply the beginning of your elevation. What you don't react to, that's your strength on display. And when you choose peace, you'll find the clarity you've been praying for, the clarity to see your worth, your path, your future. So don't block him. Don't beg him. Just do this. Protect your energy, protect your peace, and pour into yourself. Because when you stop chasing what doesn't serve you, you start attracting everything that does. And when you rise like that, when you truly stand in your worth, you'll realize the blessing wasn't in keeping him. The blessing was in never losing you. That's how you win. That's how you rise. And that's how you take your life back.